What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn welcoming you back for another live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle today against a subscriber/follower on Twitter. Before we get started, if you can, please show some shady love. That like button right below this video. Remember, if this video breaks 2,000 likes, I will start bringing 2 videos a day coming your way. That is what I say. Now, today it feels good to say that again. We got Huey. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, bro. I have you here in the battle, and your Twitter link is in the description. Remember, if you want a chance to battle me in one of these videos, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. That link is also further down in the description. We're going to be using our UU team that we built just the other day. We got Slam, Puppy, Sunspots, Bullseye, Rotom, Meow, Dark Relic, and Team Player. Remember, if you missed that video, guess what? It's in the description. Go check it out. If you missed that team building video, you can see how we built this team live. Well, this one was sort of live, so we'll go with that. But in the meantime, place your bets in the comment section below. You let me know who you think is going to be the MVP, the most valuable Pokemon in today's match. Team Player, can you come through? We need those rocks. Let's see what my opponent is going to bring. I actually just tried to have a battle, but there was internet problems on my opponent's end, and we DC'd almost. The battle was almost over, too. It was pretty close. I don't think I could have won, but it wouldn't. It was a chance. If my opponent played very poorly, I could have won, but I don't know. All right, so Rotom, Heat, Leafeon, Mienshao, Spiritomb, Glaceon, and Meowstic. Interesting team. Common weaknesses we see. I see 2 Pokemon weak to flying, which we do not have any of. That stinks. A fighting immunity with a fighting weakness. 2 Pokemon weak to fire, which means Arcanine might have some fun in this one, with 1 resistance. So let's go ahead. Nothing to get rid of the rocks, it looks like. I do think the Mienshao is going to open up. So because of that, I'm going to open up with Team Player because Team Player can take a hit and then dish out the rocks as needed. So I'm hoping we can get a actual battle. This is our second battle with the UU team. You guys saw yesterday. Wait a minute. So this battle's for Tuesday. You guys saw yesterday me go up against Sensational GP. I'm not going to reveal in case you did not see the battle yet, but we had a battle. And this is our second one. So let's go in and see if we can win today. Opens up with the Spiritomb, actually. That's going to be a Will-O-Wisp, isn't it? I almost want to, instead of getting the rocks up, just go straight out into Arcanine. I think I'm going to, because the Will-O-Wisp is so unless this is Trick Room. I'm looking at his team now. Oh, it might be Trick Room. Oh, I might have just made a donkey mistake. Let's see. What are you going to do? We're going to intimidate you as you go for the Protect. You could have got free rocks. All right, so that's unfortunate. But we can just go for a Choice Band and Flare Blitz because even the Rotom Heat is not going to appreciate that. He's not going to appreciate it whatsoever. Let's see. Come with me. I think the Rotom is going to come out. Rotom is dropping on the field. I did not want to go ahead and go for a close combat predicting that. Just didn't seem worth it to me. Because a Choice Band and Flare Blitz should still do over half. And it does. Being resisted, it still does. So he's not going to Will-O-Wisp. He's probably just going to Volt Switch. With that in mind, I'm going to go out into Team Player here because I'm immune to one of Rotom's stabs and I resist the other. If he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, he is next level. He might actually switch out fearing the fact that, oh, is this Arcanine Choice Scarf? Is he going to outspeed? I'm scared. I don't know. This could be a Choice Scarf Rotom, actually. I'm the one that should be scared, and that's exactly why I'm switching out. So we can see that my opponent did not switch out. Either that or I'm faster, which would be really disappointing. Really disappointing if I am. He's so real! Are you kidding me? He just went for the Will-O-Wisp on a fire type! You read me like a book! Oh my goodness. Well, you are now useless, my good friend Swampert. Although you are going to force this switch after getting burned. We will get our Stealth Rocks up, which is all fine and dandy. Leafeon is probably going to come out. There is the Leafeon. I do not have anything for you, and honestly, this Swampert is completely useless. So I'm going to go ahead, leave my Swampert in to go for a Roar, just in case the Leafeon wants to set up a Swords Dance or something of that nature. Team Player just burnt. I can't believe that prediction. You guys need to hashtag applause in the comment section below for my opponent, because that prediction was ridiculous. Oh my gosh. There's the Swords Dance that I thought he'd go for, and that's exactly why I want to Roar to get him out of here. I don't care if my Team Player went down, because he got the rocks up, and that's really all I care about with this guy. So Spiritomb's going to come back, which is interesting. And because I'm burned, I know I'm not going to do anything to this Spiritomb. I almost want to Roar again. just to get the Glaceon in to feel some damage. But I don't really want to be that guy who just roars repeatedly. Instead, I will see how much an Earthquake does. Actually, I'll go for the Waterfall because my opponent does. Actually, there's no chance of him going out into Rotom. There's no chance. So let's go for the E. Oh, I clicked Stealth Rock. This new stylus is too long. So we'll see what my opponent does. He's going to go for the Taunt. I could have so easily gone for an Earthquake. Why? Why are you so long, Stylus? Look, it's as long as my head. Well, hold on, it's as long as my beard. I don't know. Well, that's a misclick, which unfortunately happened, and there's nothing we can do about it. I love this thing. I'm just so ready to use it that I just don't think. So at this point, we will go for the Earthquake. They are both a brownish color, although rocks and ground type moves are different, and there's no excuse. It was just a misclick. So hopefully my opponent doesn't go out into the Rotom. That would be unfortunate. And he taunted me so that I wouldn't roar again, which makes a lot of sense. Now I'm pretty sure the Leafeon will come out. Oh, Meowstic's gonna come out. Oh, so say, little girl, we don't know. But I'm sure this Meowstic can eat up a burnt Earthquake. It's burnt, so I'm pretty sure he's just gonna eat it up. Eat it up! There it goes. So we barely do anything to this Meowstic, unfortunately. And we're gonna stay in. Team player is not about switching out at this point. There's nothing on my opponent's team that I really want to save team player for, except for roaring tactics. I guess it would be good for that, but it's burned. It's not doing anything. My opponent can't get rid of the rocks, so I'm not concerned with preserving Swampert. Kind of sad and messed up that I'm just willing to sacrifice this thing, but there's the oh, here we go. Here we go. Screens. I don't like screens. I don't have Brick Break to get rid of the screens, and that does absolutely pathetic damage. I'm sure my opponent's going to set up the light screen, so I really just want to burn turns of this screen, so I'm just going to go for EQ. There's the light screen. I felt no need to switch out. Now, even more importantly, although it's going to make the battle a bit longer, even more important for me to just leave Swampert in here and just slowly die, because we've got to burn those turns of screen out. It's going to be really unfortunate. My opponent's Leafeon is probably going to set up very nicely, and I don't think I can actually leave team player in. I'm going to go ahead and predict the Leafeon. Actually, you know what? We can just roar right now. Unless this Meowstic also has Taunt, which I severely doubt. So I am going to roar right now. I kind of expect the Leafeon to come in, and I have to burn these screens. I have to burn them. Try not to set up screens while your opponent has a Pokemon that has Roar or Whirlwind. You kind of want to avoid that, definitely, for all of you guys watching. It's going to go out into the Glaceon, actually. That's an interesting play. Unfortunately for my opponent, I did go for the Roar, and now he's going to take another 25%. I guess he's going to hope the Spiritomb comes in, which it doesn't. Leafeon actually comes in, which is kind of best case scenario for my opponent. But I'm going to force my opponent to kill team player by going for a Roar. He has to go for a Leaf Blade to take this thing out. Otherwise, he is going to be dealing with Roar tactics out the wazoo. I could actually go out into my Dark Relic predicting the Leaf Blade. But like I said, I really don't want to let this thing set up a Swords Dance due to an overprediction. So it's going to actually go for the X-Scissor. Oh, imagine had I gone into my Hydreigon. That's probably what he predicted, was Hydreigon to come in. So the Meowstic is going to take even more damage. And at this point, Swampert's just living. No wonder why he carries the team on his back, despite already having a fin on there. He just throws more things on his back. He says, "Forget it. I can take care of it all." So we will go for an Earthquake here. I'm not going to roar again. That's just no point. Fortunately, my opponent's finally going to kill my Swampert, which is all I've wanted this whole time. It's all I've wanted was this thing to die. So we are going to lose it, which is fine. And now I think I should. I'm going to go ahead and go out into Slam Puppy because Rotom, is Rotom even still around? I think Rotom is around. I think that was the first death, 7 minutes deep, and the first death happens. Or first faint. Forgive me, Pokemon. Pokemon don't die in the middle of battle, although they can die. Yeah, it's 6-5. So I'm going to go into this so that I could just Flare Blitz for fun. Flare Blitz, singing so fun. Oh, he's going to Charm me to lower my attack, too. I kind of wish I had gone for the E-Speed. But with the Spiritomb around, I really didn't want to do that. So Flare Blitz is going to be enough to take the Meowstic out. And the reason why I didn't care about the Rotom is because the rocks are up, and a Flare Blitz plus the Stealth Rocks will take out the Rotom. Unfortunately, though, we did get Charmed, so we're going to have to switch out as soon as possible, which would be the next turn. Unless my opponent goes to the... okay. Even more reason for me to switch out. I'm going to switch directly into the Tentacruel. Not even going to think about it. because either a Fake Out's coming my way or a Fighting type move. Either way, I mean, a knockoff could come. A knockoff could definitely come, but Fake Out is definitely the play that we see the most often. There is the Fake Out, like I just said. And Sunspots, although he doesn't eat it up, it still does 45 HP, but we have our Black Sludge, which restores like 20-ish. I'm sorry, only 11. And we're going to be able to just go ahead and go for a Scald here. Is Scald the best move? Yes. Actually, Toxic might be better. I'm going to Toxic, predicting a U-turn. Never mind, we just mentioned Knockoff, and there's the Knockoff. So Knockoff does a butt ton of damage. My goodness, I kind of wish I had gone for the burn instead of this Toxic. I was really hoping that he would want to switch out, but that is not the case at all. A U-turn follow-up might actually take me out. Fortunately, with Rotom already so low, Tentacruel doesn't care too much. And we're finally going to be getting rid of these screens. The Reflect falls, and now... Ooh, he's going to actually go for the U-turn. The Reflect falls, which means the Light Screen is going to fall next, and I will get a Scald off whatever my opponent brings in. Most likely going to go into the Leafeon to take the Water-type move. Or actually, maybe the Spiritomb for the Poison-type move. It really depends on what my opponent thinks I'm going to do. I actually went for the Scald. But maybe he's not going to think I'm going for the Scald because I went for the Toxic first. Decisions. Glaceon's going to come out. I wish Scald was super effective on Ice types. I still don't understand, Game Freak. You input this move that melts freezes, but it's not super effective on Ice types. I don't get it. There's the Citrus Berry. Glaceon ate that up. But that's because the light screen wasn't down. Now the light screen is down, which means I will go ahead and go for the Sludge Wave. I love how you can see the shadows. We never talk about it much, but I love the shadows on the bottom of the battleground whenever Pokemon, I mean, any Pokemon, you can see shadows and stuff, but with Tentacruel, it's so much more apparent to me. I don't know why. Other Pokemon float, like Salamence and Charizard, but I don't know. I just couldn't tell you why I noticed it now. I did go for a Sludge Wave. The screens are gone, which means my team can start doing a lot more damage than before. Screens are really, really good. I think one of the next teams I make, whether it's going to be this one coming or the following one after that, is going to focus around screens because they're just so good if you use them right. They are so disgustingly good. Basically, you can use screens one of two ways to use it correctly. I'm going to outspeed and go for a Sludge Wave. That's insane. I would have gone for a Scald at that point. So he's going to Wish, I guess maybe a Wish Protect is coming. You can either, when you set screens up, try to use them to set up with a Leafeon, like that, or you can go ahead and just play normally and just know that you're going to take half damage for like 7 turns, which is probably what I would end up doing. Just still make all the safe plays and the predictions and stuff. Do I predict or protect here? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and predict the Protect, and I'm going to go out into my Slam Puppy. I'm going to go ahead and go Slam Puppy because Slam Puppy kind of, it forces my opponent into really bad positions, especially with Glaceon out on the field. Flare Blitz is just going to run through my opponent's team. We're going to intimidate this thing, get its physical attack down. As he does go for the Protect, it's going to fail, and there's the Wish. So that was a correct prediction on my part, thinking that the Protect was coming through. Now I can go for a Flare Blitz, which will one-shot. I'm not going to go for close combat, even though it's super effective. My opponent still has the Spiritomb around, and that will be immune to the Fighting type move. Why bother? But Shady, you won't suffer recoil. So, maybe I like recoil. Maybe I like recoil. Maybe I just want to make sure I kill something. Because that's what Flare Blitz is going to do for me. It's going to make sure I kill something. I like how my opponent has 2 Eevee evolutions. I didn't mention that, but I really like that. I love the Eevee evolutions. And these are the 2 that were in the same exact generation. Was it Gen 5 they were introduced, or Gen 4? I think it was Gen 5. I'm pretty positive it was Gen 5. I could be entirely wrong. It's probably Gen 4. You guys will let me know in the comment section below. Huey is going to withdraw Glaceon and go out into Spiritomb, I'm guessing. Ooh, Rotom. Rotom's not taking a Flare Blitz after the Stealth Rocks. Nope. Nope. And then I'm guessing my opponent is going to have to go back out into Mienshao, and that's exactly what Mienshao is used for. It's used to just check something like this. Check a wall breaker like Arcanine. With this fake out regenerator shenanigans. Can't stand it. It's so good. I love it so much. Mienshao comes out without hesitation. My opponent throws the Mienshao out there. Fortunately, it is going to take some toxic damage in the next turn. And unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice Sunspots here so that I can get a safe switch in. Even if it is into the Arcanine and I just go for another Flare Blitz, that's kind of what I want to do with this team anyway. Like I said, when I originally built this team, Arcanine needs the support of Stealth Rocks or of Entry Hazards to go ahead and do some serious damage. And that's what I'm going to be taking advantage of right now. by forcing my opponents either switch into something else. See, I don't even know if I would have gone for the Fake Out there, because Toxic, other thing, and you have Regenerator, so why not? There's really no reason. Fake Out's the right play to make. He's going to lose some of its HP because of Life Orb, and then he's going to lose more because of Toxic. If it stays in for even one more turn, it's going to go ahead and suffer even more. I'm going to go into my Choice Scarfer because we know this thing isn't Choice Scarfed. The only unfortunate circumstance right now is that I can't go for a Tri-Attack because that Spiritom's still around. So technically Ice Beam is my best bet. Rotom is gone and Meowstic is gone. So Ice Beam is resisted by Glaceon, it's true. I guess Shadow Ball's my best bet. Yeah, Shadow Ball is my best bet. I'm going to go for a Choice Scarf Shadow Ball. We won't get a huge amount of damage off. It's still 125 special attack, positive special attack nature. The Spiritomb is going to come in to eat a Tri-Attack. However, it's going to suffer Stealth Rocks, and it's going to suffer some Shadow Ball damage, which should hurt. It should do a decent amount. We already know that he's not Assault Vest because this Spiritomb went for a Taunt before. In fact, we're going to see the leftovers one more time for us forgetful people like myself. I'm curious as to what else this thing has to hit me with. Maybe a knockoff. Oh, I really don't want to lose my Choice Scarf. I love how Porygon Z just spazzes out. I'm going to go out into Dark Relic here. I'd be shocked if the Spiritomb goes for a Will-O-Wisp. Oh, wait a minute. He did that turn 1, didn't he? He was so real. Oh, it was turn 2 or 3. He does. Well, residual damage does stink on our special physical wall, but it's not the end of the world. It's better than being toxic. Although U-Turn is going to lose a little bit of his oomph, it's still better. It's still better. So I'm going to go for a Dragon Pulse here because I don't want that Mienshao coming in. Actually, I'm going to T-Wave. Am I going to T-Wave? Nah, I'm going to Dragon Pulse. Because if that Mienshao does come in, oh, he's going to protect. Oh, you want to talk about mamas. All right, well, after seeing the Dragon Pulse, he's definitely going to go ahead and stay in. We've seen Taunt, Protect, Will-O-Wisp, and what is your last move, Spiritomb? What is your last move? Something tells me we're not going to see it. But I'm just going to go for a Dragon Pulse here. I think Dragon Pulse is our best play. Is Dragon Pulse our best play? I think so. I really do. Jolly good show. I kind of would like to go for a Thunder Wave if something else was going to come in, but realistically, Dragon Pulse is our best play. And it's not going to do too much to anything because I'm not invested, although my opponent does not know that. And Choice Scarf Hydreigon is so common in UU, he's probably thinking that I'm Choice Scarf, and that's why he went for the Protect to scout what I'm going to lock myself into. By me going for Dragon Pulse again, I can actually bluff the Scarf for the rest of the game. Because if I switch out right away, yep, he's got to be choiced, he's got to be choiced, he switched out, he's got to be choiced. I still have the U-turn as an option to go for. But, will I go for it? I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know. Huey. Huey's probably your name. I just don't know how to speak things. I just know not how to speak these things called names. He's going to actually double protect to try to get some leftovers off. I don't know that that was worth it. Unfortunately, though, because we see that double protect, I'm pretty positive my opponent's just going to go for another protect on this turn. Which is going to force us to go out into the Arcanine right now. And since we've seen all of your moves, I pretty much have to go into the Arcanine. Because we know you can't Will-O-Wisp me. I really don't think you're packing the knockoff at this point. I really don't know what. Maybe you're packing Pain Split? Pain Split could be a real thing. Which, if it is, you might go for it now. Shadow Sneak on the Hydreigon. Well, it ends up paying off for my opponent, that's for sure. Definitely ends up paying off for my opponent. And if he really wants to, he can Protect again to get more leftovers recovery, which realistically is the correct play. You can't hate on him for going for the correct play at all. But Flare Blitz is going to kill whatever he switches into or whatever he stays in with. So if he stays in with Spiritomb, it's dead. If he switches into something else, it's dead. Let's see. He's going to actually withdraw and opt out of the Protect. It goes out into Glaceon, which I'm guessing he's just foddering off because obviously between Stealth Rocks and this Flare Blitz, it's gone. It's gone. There's no way this Glaceon is living. There's no way this Glaceon is living. Down goes the little pup. Poor little guy. Poor little guy. You were so young. You were so young. Mienshao is going to come in again. Of course, that we all know this Mienshao. We all know what it wants to do. We know where it lives. I have extreme speed on this Arcanine, though, so I can still preserve it. I'm probably going to sacrifice Dark Relic at this point. I don't want to, even though I kind of think the Fake Out's coming, I don't want to go on into my Porygon Z in case he doesn't go for a Fake Out. That would be terrible. That'd be absolutely terrible. So he does go for the high jump kick. I'd much rather see my Dark Relic fall than my Choice Scarfer. So I am fine with that. I am 100% fine with that. He's going to suffer the Life Orb and the Toxic, although that's not going to matter much. At this point, with Spirit, is Spiritomb gone? Or, he preserved it. He switched out, didn't he? Yeah, he switched out. Oh, he knows to preserve it. Oh, this little bugger. All right, well, Glaceon's gone. So I guess Ice Beam is our best bet now. I mean, Shadow Ball still might be our best bet. I'm going to go for Ice Beam. I'm going to go for Ice Beam. I pretty much have, I'm forced into this position right now. This is a good game. This is a close game. I'm forced into this position right now to just go for the Ice Beam. 2 of these will still kill anything on his team. So Porygon Z looks so angry. Ice Beam is just barely gonna miss taking Mienshao out, and he is going to get a high jump kick off and kill Bullseye. That is unbelievable. I know I'm a Bullseye, but you really can't miss your high jump kick. It's not supposed to miss. What is it, 90 actually? It's supposed to hit, so that's fine. Mienshao's gonna fall along with Porygon Z. That is a double down, and we are 2-2 right now. We are definitely 2-2 right now. My opponent's last Pokemon are Leafeon and Spiritomb, which means this is going to be an insanely close match. I do have a little bit of type advantage by having both Rotom and Arcanine. My opponent goes out into the Leafeon, which is perfect for me because Slam Puppy is going to be able to slam him, just destroy him, obliterate him. I'm really upset that I didn't go for Tri-Attack, but I couldn't risk that Spiritomb coming in and then losing all the Switch Initiative, although, in retrospect, I shouldn't have feared that because Arcanine completely walls Spiritomb. Because what can it do to me? Protect? A 1 Shadow Sneak? Oh boy. My opponent's going to have to let his Leafeon fall. We already know that this thing isn't choice in any way because we saw the Swords Dance on there. We already saw the Swords Dance on there. Gonna go for the Quick Attack just to get a bit of damage off. And when I say a bit, I mean a bit. That is an itty bitty amount. And that is going to, of course, destroy the Leafeon. Now we know that my opponent's only attacking move with the Spiritomb is Shadow Sneak. So this is going to get really interesting really fast. I could either go out into Rotom, take a Shadow Sneak off the top, which I really don't want to do. Slam Puppy is going to go down to Shadow Sneak, that's for sure. Slam Puppy is going down to Shadow Sneak. This is a good match for you guys to watch. I think I do have this in the bag, though, because my opponent's Spiritomb, there's a chance he'll open up with a Protect. Oh, don't tell me you DC'd. Okay, good. Woo! All right, so I think the best thing for us to do, and this can be a little back and forth, but I'm going to switch out into Rotom. Just in case my opponent does go for the Protect, which I think, in my opinion, is probably the best play to go for the Protect right off the bat. What stinks is he has leftovers, and we can't get rid of them. So this thing is going to slowly gain HP. I'm really hoping he goes for the Protect. He does straight up Shadow Sneak. That's really bad for us. We're going to see how much this does. It doesn't do too much, so we are fortunate in that regard. However, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think my opponent can really win. I'm pretty sure I'm actually going to Volt Switch. I'm not even going to Thunderbolt. I want to Volt Switch because I want to get my Arcanine back in here. I can't let him Protect up and up like that. I really can't. And I'm not choiced anyway, so I can go for a Thunderbolt here. And the reason why I wanted to Volt Switch there was because I want my opponent to think I'm going to Volt Switch so he doesn't go for the Will-O-Wisp and get residual damage. I actually have the Will-O-Wisp to go for, which is the best play. I have to go for Will-O-Wisp now. He's going to go for the Shadow Sneak, predicting for me to go out into my Arcanine to get another Intimidate off. However, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get a Will-O-Wisp off. It does connect, which means this game is sealed. Whew! Because between residual damage and lowering the attack of Shadow Sneak, he won't be able to kill my Arcanine with a Shadow Sneak now that he's burned, and after an Intimidate, he won't be able to. So even if my Rotom Meow does fall, I'll be able to take him out with a Flare Blitz. So it's just pretty much, it's down to the, it's down. That was an awesome game, though. He knows it, and he's not going to bother going for Protects. There's really no point. Shadow Sneak does nothing to Rotom Meow, and a Thunderbolt should be enough to take this thing out, and it isn't. Will he die to burn after Leftover's recovery? It looks like he will. And down goes the Spiritomb, giving us a narrow 2-0 victory. That was such an awesome match, Huey. Thank you so much. If you guys enjoyed, go show him some love on Twitter. Show him some shady love. Tell him he did a good job. And go ahead and leave a like rating on this video. Comment and subscribe. I upload videos daily, twice daily. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady.